Greetings, fellow slingers. It is your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, and welcome back to the show. You know, it seems like forever since Wednesday has become the official D&D RPG game night of the week. It's become basically a peerless juggernaut. I know that, for our part, even if we didn't have the mics in front of us, that we would still be slinging our D20s every Wednesday. But with a listening audience, it becomes imperative that we always find new ways to include all of you Hard Slingers, as well as future Hard Slingers in the show. And so, we came up with an incentive, a boon if you will, as a way for all of you Hard Slingers to help bring the show to new listeners. And although it is mentioned in the show, we want to give one of you the first D20 of the most recently recorded show to roll a hard 20. All you got to do is tag or tweet the show in some way, hopefully a positive way, on your social media platform, and send a link to rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com. I'll reply back to get your mailing address, and you get your boon, the D20. Now, because this involves the first D20 of the show, there can only be one winner at a time. So the first to respond, obviously, is the one who gets the boon. But do not be discouraged, my Hard Slinger. As we play every Wednesday, you have a chance to win every week. But enough with hearing me talk. Instead, let's get to the show, where you can hear me talk, as Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents Carrion, Episode 12, Stitching Up Loose Threads. Test. Ready to test me? Don't touch me. Are we ready? How's everyone doing tonight? Doing good, Nick?
Doing good.
Eric?
Doing good.
Good to be back.
I'm always good.
Yeah. So before we begin, does anyone know what time it is?
Michelada time?
No, man. It's fucking business time.
It's Modelo time.
It's Modelo time. So we've been discussing certain incentives for our listeners to help spread the word about the show. And the one idea that maneuvered its way to the forefront was to present the listener with a boon. That boon being the first D20 of the most recently recorded show to roll a hard 20. And if we don't hit the crit, then we all roll against each other and the highest die will be sent out. Now, the caveat for such a reward is simple. You must tweet or tag the show in some way, hopefully in a positive way, and send me the link, and that's it. I'll then reply back to you, get your mailing address, and you get your D20. So simple, even Rafu can do it.
That's right. And if you send a bad request or a bag tag, send your address anyways. We'll pay a visit.
We'll send you something.
The classic Rafu diplomacy.
It'll be a burning sack. Sound simple enough?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So just as a way to help generate more listeners from the listeners we've already got, try to spread that word of mouth and make it happen. So you see that D20 right there? Yeah, go ahead and roll that hard crit. It's going to go away.
Nope.
You get to keep that tonight.
Yeah.
So here we are. Welcome back.
Back at it again.
Yep. Roll the Hard 20 podcast. I'm your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, and with me are the Hard Slingers.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Carrion, episode 12. So just a short while ago, you were presented with a summons to the Silk Purse, to which Oust and Erwin answered. The two of you were questioned as to the whereabouts of a certain stone. You then assaulted Lorman and Kess in their business of operations, which left two of their employees dead.
It's a step up, really.
Those two barely escaped with their lives. You then rewarded yourselves by robbing them. But we're having fun. Now let us open as we continue back at the Ravengro jail. Gibbs is dead, found bled out in his cell, his throat slit from ear to ear. It's not lost on you that you know what the murder weapon was and that it's nowhere in his cell. But as for who the murderer was, that is yet to be discovered.
We didn't check his pockets, did we?
You want to check his pockets?
You want to check it
His
now?
prison-
Oh,
Check
yeah,
his-
sure. Why not? Let's do that.
Check the prison wallet.
The prison wallet. You might have it there.
I also want to check my pockets to make sure I still have my straight edge.
Okay.
Or the one I guess it gives us straight edge.
Yeah.
You going to check his pockets for him, Oust, or what?
No, he's checking
No,
gives his
I'm checking
pockets.
Gibbs' pockets. We were looking for the knife.
Okay, well, just so you know, the jail cell is still closed, and it's locked.
Oh, well, we need to find the keys. Look around for the keys behind the desk.
I could tell you who has them.
I know who might have them, but we're seeing if we have. I thought he's not there.
He's
No,
there.
He's still there. Sheriff Kaler's still there. He's
He's-
sitting at his desk right now.
He's busy being depressed.
No, rejection's a hard
He's
thing.
he's still sitting behind his desk. He's got this deflated look on his face.
Because he let a prisoner die on his watch.
Yep.
Well, it's probably not so much that as he knew Gibbs.
Sheriff, who else came through? We need the keys to investigate his body.
I was too busy looking for Varusha's body down at the memorial. That's where the alarm went off last night.
Alarm.
It's a whistle.
Oh. Huh. Didn't hear anything about that.
Well,
Were you guys successful? Because, I mean, if you didn't find a body down there, we have a body in here.
we know that Varusha's dead. We found pieces of him in another letter on the memorial. We told you that. I told you that. The DM told you that.
Oh. Oust forgot.
Yep. Oust.
Junior, roll a history check.
13 on the
13,
die.
yeah, okay. You remember Oust being told something, but there's a disconnect. He reaches into his desk drawer and he pulls out a ring of keys and he tosses them onto the desktop itself.
I pick him up. And I go over to the prison cells and I unlock the gates to get to Gibbs' body.
Okay.
The doctor follows close behind.
I want to keep my 17. I'll re-roll it. Going through his pockets to see if he still has his straight edge. What do you want me to do? Perception? I mean,
Investigate.
investigate. That would be a 16.
All of his pockets are empty.
Prison wallet and all.
You going deep or what? Hey, Doc, you got any Vaseline?
I might. I might.
Whip something. Whip up a lubricant
We
for
do
me.
have a doctor on staff.
Staph infection.
The
So
doctor-
he has no personal effects on him. He does not have that straight edge either.
Do I have one of them?
Yes, you do. You
All
still
right.
have yours on you.
Okay, so it's
It's still heavily caked with the blood that was along its spine.
I need to clean this at one point in time, but
Yeah, DNA,
not
man.
this time.
Was there any sign of struggle? Was it just
Any sound of strokes?
Sign.
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 Yeah, I would like to, as a doctor, just double check the wound.
Okay. Describe how you're going to investigate his wound on his neck. Give me some direction. on that.
So I'm assuming he's sprawled out on the floor.
Yeah, he's just boom. Everything that was in his body is pumped out onto the floor and down the hallway and into the main.
So the doctor
area.
is going to try and do a just on-the-fly autopsy here.
Okay.
And he sees the wound, severed arteries in the neck.
Yes, both carotid arteries. Go ahead and make an investigate or a medicine check, whichever one you want to feel more comfortable doing.
So I'm going to do a medicine check on the cut. And I can't tell much other than he was cut open.
What'd you get?
10.
10? You do see that particular cut. You can't ascertain anything else from it, but you do notice that the sleeves on his right and left arms appear to be cut as well. But he's so soaked in blood right now that you can't tell anything else.
There might have been some defensive wounds.
Do you see them on the arms or? What?
I can just see some cuts on the arms. Maybe he was trying to shield himself. But whoever got him, gave him a nice Chelsea smile right across.
Ugh. Talos immediately thinks about what he showed to Gibbs the night before he died.
Now, where is everybody at in the jailhouse right now?
Well,
I'm at the cell.
I'm in the cell.
Guess we're all.
You're all in the cell? Okay.
I was actually just outside the cell, and I'm actually going to be moving away.
Do you want to head back to where Kaler is, or where do you want to go? Or do you want to stay outside
I'm
in the
going to
hallway?
go to where Kaler is.
Talos, as you start heading back into the jail front where Kaler's at, you see him. He's just got his head in his hands. He takes a deep breath, pushes the chair back, and stands up. And he says,
While we weren't close friends, we were more than cordial with one another. I don't know what's happened to this town. This damned town.
and he reaches up to his lapel of his overcoat and slowly removes the symbol of his office and just puts it in his pocket.
Where's the good in this land?
And without looking at you, he walks right out the front door without turning back.
Well then.
Doctor, you're doing more with this body?
Yes, after examining the mortal wound to it, at this point I would like to use my knife to...
Finish him?
No,
Double tap.
put a small incision in the body, close to his liver, and use my thermometer to see what the body temperature is.
God dang. That's awesome. Okay, go ahead and make your... do it with a +2.
So that is with a medicine check. That is 23 plus 2, 25. I'd like to see where the body temperature's at to see how long he's been dead.
You can put one up at his ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna check it the old-fashioned way, like.
It's not the same. You got to go with the core. The core retains all the
I
heat.
don't know, dude. You can get pretty close to the core.
Okay, so right now...
It's only a 6-inch thermometer. I don't feel like fisting the guy. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm just kidding.
Right now, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. As near as you can tell from your thermometer, you would guess that he has probably been dead for about 12 hours.
Damn.
Damn.
So 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
And you know what?
There it is. I was waiting for this.
The fucking gold doubloon right there. Not just for that, though, but also for recognizing about the defensive wounds. That was... You picked up on that. That was awesome. Good job. Gold doubloon for the doc.
I'm trying to be a doctor. Trying.
He's practicing.
I
medicine.
failed at all other trades. That's the only trade I could pick up.
Well, at least you could practice medicine. You don't actually have to be good at it. You just keep practicing. Yeah,
Just convince people. Yeah, no, it's pox, leeches.
bled you out. No.
Yeah, let's take
what
a
is it?
pint or
Let
two
him.
from you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you might be fine.
So what else do you want to do with this body, Doc?
I'll just write in my journal as far as I could tell. Medical report. Got sliced open amongst a lot of arteries. Died about 12 hours ago. And judging by how the blood flew or ran through most of the jail, there's no blood left in the body.
Irwin, what are you doing? You got your back against the wall? Jailhouse rock one more time?
Yeah, I'm just trying to play it cool around this dead body, all this blood. But I'd actually like to maybe do like a perception check or an investigation check on the lock itself, see if maybe it was like altered in any way, or maybe just see
Okay.
if someone tried to break in. That'll be 18.
18. The lock doesn't look like it was broken into, but you do notice with that 18 that the bars at head level are very scratched up.
Can I tell if the scratches are coming like from the inside of it, or like...
You can't tell if they're coming from the inside or from the outside, but if a human was standing, it would probably be about neck height.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay.
Has anyone seen Otto? No, I was kidding.
He's with me, and
Do not confuse me with that Faust. You know I did not do this.
actually, Otto, I did have a task for you. So while Talos is still...
If you could please have Oust tell it to me, Talos. I feel more comfortable with him. He's a very stronger person than you are. Yeah?
Otto, do I need to gut you?
No.
Again?
I've got the stone still in my belly.
All right, then I start drawing the sword. All right, Otto, I got a little task for you. And then I'll pull out the straight edge.
Nope. Take that too.
Yeah, take it. I don't care. Kendra, if the doc knows his stuff, Kendra should still be asleep. I need you to go into her room and see if you can find one of these in there.
I'll be back shortly.
You don't need to bring it back. Just let me know if you find it.
Copy that. For an out. And he flies right out the front door.
All right. And then I'll come back to the group.
Okay.
Erwin, did you let us know about the scratches you found on the bars or no?
I did not, but I probably should tell you guys. So, guys.
It is a game where everybody communicates.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, guys, do you guys all see these scratches around these bars? Right on this outside?
They're a bit peculiar.
How did they get Gibbs to the bars and then attack him from there?
Perhaps they held him with one hand and stroked him with the other.
Well,
Stroked him off with the other.
well, that would explain why Gibbs moved towards them, I guess.
But maybe it was someone that Gibbs trusted lured him toward the bars.
Had to be someone he knew. Who else would let him all the way over there? Like, he ran away scared back to his cell.
This probably may not be the best time to mention that the sheriff has left town.
You just saw him leave. You didn't see him leave town.
That's true.
We can only
The sheriff
assume.
has resigned from his post.
And as far as I know, out of game, you guys know the sheriff more than me.
Jim? Oh, fuck yeah, they know Jim.
Yeah, we're fucking good friends with Jim. We're so tight. He fucking loves us after we let his friend die.
You guys also saw him blacked out drunk.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Is there any blood on the prison bars?
It's a good call.
Perception.
Let's investigate, I guess.
Investigate. Yeah, I did poorly.
I did poorly, too.
I did good.
I did all right. I didn't do great. I did, the fuck did I get?
The doctor got
12.
22.
I got 12. It's not great.
Doctor, you would know arterial spray when you see it.
And is it there?
It's there.
Eesh.
It's
So,
across the bars.
As the doctor
but
thought.
you couldn't see it on the floor just because the whole floor is just saturated crimson at this point.
Well, I would have noticed it anyway. I'd even look at the prison bars until Erwin investigated them.
Well, it's probably because the door was open at this point. You know, you open the door to go in and check the body. The door is no longer, the barred door is no longer blocking you.
But either way, it looks like a friend must have killed Gibbs.
Who else would have had access to?
They didn't have to go in.
Do we know Gibbs's friends or no?
No, we don't.
'Cause
We
he
didn't.
was-
We barely knew the guy.
From
From
what
what-
I understand, he was
Well,
kind of like not necessarily an outcast, but
He was.
He was a little bit. on
Yeah,
his
he was
own
kind of
after.
becoming an outsider.
oddball.
Yeah, he was kind of being.
But that's
the
only the last
word around
13
town
days
was.
or something.
Well, you guys were one step away from being formally invited into his residence. You just took the initiative, literally,
Yeah.
to go into his home and
And a shed.
well, someone else wanted to finish it too, and it looks like they did.
Well, they did blame a lot of it around him. But
He
now, that,
Epsteined himself.
but now that Gibbs is gone, that was the only person that they were blaming that these weird things were happening. I mean, he even accused us of starting all this weird conspiracy stuff.
Yeah, he did call the professor a necromancer.
I'm never of the sort. I've tried. I can't reanimate.
yet.
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 Yeah.
Yet.
So, Talos, where do you think the sheriff went? Did he leave his cell keys? Did he just walk away?
He did. I mean, they're with you now. But he took his badge and he put it in his pocket and he left. Which is kind of odd. He didn't leave it on the table.
Did the keys he left, do any of them work for the front door?
We can certainly try. And I'll,
Because I don't know what we want to do with the body. I'm thinking just lock the door and walk away at this point.
Sheriff will come and find us later.
As you look at the ring, there are 8 keys on the ring.
Okay, so there's 6 cells.
7 for the front door. Is there a back door?
There could also be
A safe.
Might
Something
be
in
his
his-
residence.
yeah. Well, it could also be his residence. Well, I don't know if he'd leave his residence keys, but there could be something in his desk. Oh, there's another fucking door.
Oh.
Doors within doors, man. All right.
Open cell block C.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah, but pretty much, what should we do with the body?
Oh, I mean, he did try to kill us.
It's like the movie Clue. Just
He didn't do that.
put it away in another room. We'll forget about it for later.
He didn't do that of his own will.
He was murdered, but I mean, we can't just dump him in the river along with everyone else. I mean, pretty soon.
And there's not much. There's not much more we can tell from the crime scene, since we've trudged up and down the river of blood.
There
I know
is-
you
Kinda
guys-
walked
you
all
guys have
over it,
totally
active,
contaminated
yeah.
this entire.
Crime scene.
Erwin, what do you want to do?
I am kind of just overwhelmed by this whole situation, so I'm gonna go try to sleep it off at Kendra's place.
Don't go back to Kendra's place.
Why not?
And I give him the key to my room at the inn.
Okay.
We need you nearby.
All right. If you guys need me, just let me know. Come get me.
We'll come a knocking.
Erwin takes off. What are the rest of you guys going to do?
I'm pulling out a spirit board.
Okay.
As Al sees Talos
It's a
pulling
nice
out,
pause between the two.
as Al sees Talos pulling out the spirit board, he remembers what happened last time when he was trying to make communication with it, and he's going to cast guidance on Talos to give him an additional D4 to his ability check.
All right, Talos.
All right.
Make your wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Here we go. Someone gets a nat 20.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my.
It's called the Hard 20.
and you get a +4
That's
to
true.
it.
What are you calling this thing nowadays?
All right. Well, I've always called it nat 20.
Well, we're not calling it on the show.
All right.
Say it again.
It's a hard 20.
It's a hard one.
All right, so someone's going to get this hard 20.
Boom.
So go ahead and write in. Give us a tag and a tweet with the link, and you get Kush's beautiful die.
Okay. No, is a save. I don't need to give you a number. Do I need to give you a number?
Nope, if you made more than 15, you're good to go.
All right. Perfect. I need more
Okay,
than 15.
so what is it you want to ask this spirit board? What is it you want to do?
I'm trying to just legitimately call this Splatter Man and see if he shows up at all.
Oh, God.
As you move this brass placente around this spirit board,
The doctor is, visually uncomfortable. He hasn't seen this before.
now you're right in the hallway right there, right next to the body, right?
Oh, yeah. I
Just
want to be close to the body.
knee deep in the blood and everything. And you start moving in. Eventually, you start feeling a bit of resistance to this placente. And it starts to move of its own accord.
Let it go.
It stops moving.
All right. Try to bring it going again.
As you put your hands back on it, it starts to move again. And you feel it searching through the letters, and it slowly moves its way to the letter T, then to the letter A,
This Kendra shit again.
then to the letter L,
You don't have to tell me the rest of the letters.
then to the letter O, and then to the letter S, and then it moves up to the word yes. And then it slowly starts to pivot in your hands, but your wrists can't allow it to move anymore. It's as though it's starting to try to point towards something.
What did you ask it? Tell us.
I just tried to find the Splatter Man at all. I'm going to try and reset my hands on it to see if I can get it to keep turning the way it wants to.
It continues to turn towards you.
Okay, and then it just stops
It
on
just
me.
stops.
And then if I turn my body anywhere, it's still pointing at me, right? It's not like
Yeah, no,
something's wrong.
no, it's still moving towards you, and you start to get this like a goosebump effect, just this goose flesh on your body as the hair on your arms starts to rise up and the hair at the base of your neck starts to tingle and rise up as well.
The doctor takes 5 good steps away.
Are there numbers on this?
I think they're at the top. I think it's like 1 through 9 and 0, right?
Yeah. Be the easiest way to do it.
I'm debating if I want to use numbers. I'm going to try and force the planchette to move to my will to send a message to the Splatter Man.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell him I'm going to go to WATCHOUT.
Is there an exclamation point, or you want to spell the word exclamation?
No. I just want to threaten this spiritly body.
The planchette just remains dormant. It doesn't do anything.
No, spooky.
Spooky. All right. I'm going to put it away at that point.
Wait, tell us.
Yes.
You have to say goodbye. Haven't you seen any horror movies?
You got to sign off.
You gotta sign
leave it
off.
Open end.
Yeah, I write peace into it.
Peace out.
Peace out. Close it.
Dun, 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 dun.
So you guys are still in the jail. What do you guys want to do?
I think we've exhausted most of our options.
Yeah. And then like a lot of things are like probably running through Talus's head right now, like what Kendra did in the morning, what we just saw here, what was going on with Oust over there in the silk purse.
And Irwin just took off.
And Irwin just took off. And then he's also going to remember Pervin is missing
Missing, yeah.
and allegedly went north.
As all this is running through your mind, Talos, you hear something else start to echo in your mind, and you hear very subdued, "The blade is not here, Talos. I do not see the straight razor. Copy?"
Yes, copy. He can come back.
Roger that.
Yeah, well, I think we investigated everything we can in the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious where the sheriff went at this point. If he just resigned and left.
Then
I mean-
fuck him.
We can try and
if
track him down.
I mean, the only other place I could think of is a little secret, Yominda's house. But
Wait a minute. Pervin's missing. A young boy is missing, and he went north. We must quickly go to the church.
what was north? The
Is
cemetery
that like
and
a
the church?
Catholic
North
joke?
is like the north.
It very
is,
much was.
North is the wrestling.
I was
Yeah.
unfortunate that you weren't paying attention at the time.
Sorry, I would have laughed.
No, but we should go north.
Okay, so as you guys walk out of the jail, you see Zokar Elkerd wandering around, kind of looking from left to right, and then he sees you guys coming out of the jail, and he starts making haste towards you.
Did you find him?
You see as he draws closer to you, he looks defeated. He's got circles under his eyes. He's got a slouch to his posture. And he says, "No, I haven't found Pervin. He's still missing. He was not at the unfurling scroll. I'm beside myself. He's my only boy."
Have you checked the wrestlings? Have you checked the temple?
Well, hold on. This man needs rest. As I give him a vial and say, "You will do your son best if you go home and rest."
Thank you, Doctor. Oh, I do have something else to say for you. I'm sorry. In the process of looking for my son, I'm held accountable for his duties of running errands as well. Serena Vi at the Outwood Inn would like to see you, Doctor. Something about your room.
Duly noted.
Does Oust recognize that vial as the vial that we took from the silver?
No, I gave him just.
first.
He still.
I gave him.
It's like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Chug some of this donkey
This is a
piss,
way to
will
find
you?
out what happens.
No, I pretty much just gave him just like codeine.
You don't have any more kin, do you?
No, I gave him enough to. He'll sleep good tonight if he drinks it all, but he'll be fine in the morning.
We find him later, passed out in the street.
So what do you wish to do? Now, the Outward Inn is where you guys are at. It's at letter K, and you guys came out of I. So it's right across the way.
Well, if it's about my room, poor Irwin went there.
I don't think he would have been attacked, would he?
No,
It's broad daylight.
Last time we left, I thought I paid up in full. So it is a bit weird that I'm being requested to go there.
As you guys stand in the center of the town hub there, contemplating what you're going to do, you see an older woman come out of the Outward Inn. She looks like 50 plus years old, but she still looks well put together. And she sees you guys, and she starts heading towards you.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
She draws closer to the group, and she notices the three of you, and she says, "I'm looking for the doctor."
House takes a step back.
I pointed the guy in the mask.
Your friend just came to stay in your room.
Yes.
I'm afraid I had to request that he stay in one of the other rooms. I regret to inform you that just a short while ago, 3 men were recently seen leaving your room. Apparently, they bribed Walden Stills, my front counterman, to lend them your room key for a few minutes. It doesn't look promising. It looks as though they were looking for something.
That's most unfortunate.
Yes, you must understand that...
I shall take this to the city council.
Please do not take this to the city council.
Very well. I should warn you, I'm in good standing with the council members. I am a fool.
As am I.
I message the doctor, we are not.
I am.
She kind of crosses her
I have a city
arms.
business license.
She crosses her
You have the
arms
most to lose.
against her large bosom and looks at you and she says, "Well, you must do whatever you think you must, doctor."
There's irreplaceable cookbooks in there.
I have a registrar of what was in that room. I shall inspect that room. Whatever is missing, you, the owner of this inn, owe me.
Well, you can take it up with Walden Stills. He's the one with the heroin addiction. Apparently, they paid him.
Is Walden one of your employees?
Not any longer. Good luck getting that to stick, doctor. I'm going
But you own the
I'm going
place,
to the
right?
Laughing Demon now.
But you own the establishment, right?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Still nickel shot night?
You let me know what needs to be covered, doctor.
I shall go inspect the room.
Very well.
And I will meet you at the Laughing Dragon.
Laughing Demon.
Laughing Demon, whatever the fuck it is.
I thought it was Dragon too.
I thought it was too.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I got to check this too?
No, we've been saying it
We've been
different.
calling it the Laughing Dragon, but
We've
you
called
know, I like the
I
Laughing
thought it
Dragon.
changed. I think it changed last session,
Yeah.
and I forgot to change it.
I think Laughing Demon makes more sense.
It is the
Yeah.
Laughing Demon.
but
Okay.
I didn't
It,
like
it got
Laughing
fucked
Dragon.
up a couple episodes ago, and we just kind of rolled with it, kind of like the silver purse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a chain, dude. The laughing chain.
Demon, dragon, whatever the fuck it is.
Laughing. Demon.
So tell me what you wish to do, doctor.
I'm going to beeline it back to the room for all of the treasure we just locked up in there.
I'll accompany him.
Okay. You go up to the second floor, and you notice that the room to your suite is closed.
I thought we got both keys. Sorry, that's a quick pause.
No, he got bribed to open it up.
They always have two.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember saying last session,
He said he had
I don't know if it
everything
made it in there. I said, I regret getting the other key.
Yeah.
Not getting the other key.
Yes. No, I regret, like, afterwards, after playing it, I'm like, fuck, I should have gotten the other key. So at the same time, in character too, just fuck. So we're going to make our way up to the front desk. Where is Irwin at?
Irwin is in room 110 on the first floor. We told him that the room was being cleaned at this moment, quite literally. And he looked dead tired. He had blood all over his body, and
He looked to be very much beside himself. I seen that kind of look of horror on people's faces before, and possibly Ravengro isn't the town for him, but we set him up in room 110.
Well, I gave him my key to sleep in that room.
Did you
I'm
need your spare?
As long as the bandits don't have it.
No, it's still on the board.
Oh, at least they gave it
Doc?
back.
They were courteous to bring it back to the front desk.
She hands it to you. Here you go. The doctor.
Yes, and I'll make my way to my room.
This will be hurting your Yelp reviews.
Might be more than that. So I'll make my way to the room, open it up, and I'm assuming I see a ransacked room.
It looks pretty much tossed,
Yeah.
but you do notice that there are still the 3 sacks there.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. Do we see the perception for the investigate for the books?
Okay, go ahead.
16.
16. The books are gone, but there is a note in their place.
I pick up the note. What does it read?
It simply states, "We would ask of you a trade for which you may keep the stone you borrowed. If you agree, return to the silk purse tonight at midnight."
As I pick up the note, I read this out loud so the doctor can hear it as well. And I inform him, obviously, of the message. You know what? I don't know if we ever did this in character. Did we fill you in on having the stone on our walk back to...
I'm sure at some point it probably came up.
I think because at
conversation.
one point at night we were walking or going
Because it's
somewhere.
been over 24 hours now. I'm sure at some point
We
it
filled
just-
each other in
it
on
came
everything.
up in
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, check it out.
Well, I was
What's
like-
that thing spinning around his head?
Oh, by the way, BT Dubs.
I've only
we
used
went
it
on
twice. But most importantly, when we were studying, I would have had to explain why the hell I didn't want to go.
That's true.
Yes. So, I don't have the list in front of me, but from all the shit we took from the silk purse, who remembers what we stashed?
We stashed their ledger.
Ledgers.
Yeah, it was basically their ledgers.
It was ledgers,
And a
like
cookbook.
miscellaneous.
Oh, shit. Well, depends. Did you keep the dagger on you, or did you leave it here?
I kept the dagger on me, the silver dagger I found.
Okay.
I'm
I have
assuming that you have any weapons that you guys
Yeah,
have found.
Yeah,
I think
no, a
he-
silver dagger I'll keep on me, but I know there
the
was.
coins,
And then a
the
potion.
The potion.
I assume you kept
I had the
potion.
blue potion on me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think we're fine.
It was just the ledgers and the
The only-
coin bags.
yeah, the ledgers and
Because we
coin
couldn't
bags.
walk around town with bags with.
I mean, you could
Their
walk
store
around
name.
town
So
with bags
that's all
full of-
gone, right?
The money is still there.
Yeah. Money's still there. They left the money.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
But they took the ledgers?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's incriminating
And they left a note.
To meet them back
at midnight.
at the
midnight.
silk purse.
If you
With
wish
what
to
we
keep
took.
the stone you borrowed.
What time is it now?
It was
was-
originally 1 o'clock when you
Yeah.
guys started doing your first portions of your investigation, and you figured that with the
So
time,
around 3 o'clock,
yeah, you
4
figured with
o'clock?
the about 3 o'clock or so, somewhere between 3 and 4.
Well, should we just rest a little bit?
We need to find Purban though
Yeah.
as well. I mean, let's make due time of what daylight we have to help find Purban, and I'll pocket the note, and I'll head downstairs to the lobby to meet up with Talos to.
Do we remember how much cash it was? How much coins?
I actually don't.
I don't think you guys counted them.
We did.
No, we
didn't.
never
just
opened it.
stashed
You didn't waste any time counting it.
We just went back to. We dropped it off and we went back to the jail.
Okay, since the room's been tossed once, let's go through.
Let's count it and distribute it.
Yes.
Okay.
We won't tell Erwin.
Someone will have to carry Irwin's fair share.
So the first bag out of the 3 bags has 60 gold pieces in it.
Jesus.
I thought you were gonna say 600.
The
Very
sec-
optimistic.
The second one has 52 gold pieces in it,
God damn.
and the third one has 51.
What is the total? It ends with a 3.
I mean, it was
It's 163 GP.
it was
164.
hid under
right.
the floorboards for a reason.
If you make it 164, I think it's divisible by 4.
Well, you could just kill one of your buddies and figure out the math on your own.
Who has the highest AC?
I
I'm
got
15.
I got 14.
God damn it. We all suck as far as AC goes.
It's probably Erwin.
Erwin.
Well, if we divide it by 3, that's 81 each.
Yes.
Just remember, I turn into a bear.
Well, let's.
That's fine.
Yeah, he probably will.
But
not
it's
die.
easier to divide it by 3, and we can always, whenever Irwin needs money.
Well, let's carry the
Here,
one
babe.
later and let's keep going.
Yeah.
All right, so I also fold up the note and head back downstairs to the lobby and meet up with Talos.
And the 3 of us each take 83 GP.
Are you just gonna
Or
put
81.
81?
We'll just take him.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
take the 3
Because
bags.
gold's heavy.
Yes, it is. It's a very dense metal.
And we'll fill Talos. Talos, they left us a note, and they still left the money with us, and I'll hand him over the note so he could read it himself.
Yeah, he
Okay.
would be interested in that note, wouldn't he?
No one cares about that. No.
Obviously, they're not
No.
going to get the stone back.
No.
But
I mean, I didn't borrow anything, so there's that.
I deny everything.
Deny.
So as you guys are all collected down at the front desk,
I would say we'd be outside at that point. I don't want to negotiate in front of other people that
Okay,
we don't
well-
know.
Well, we did it in the room.
Yeah.
We
Well,
figured
Talos
it
was-
out. We walked back downstairs.
so you guys go down and police
Phil-
up Talos, and
Yeah.
what do you guys want to do next?
Let's check the wrestlands. See if we can find Pervin or his corpse.
So you guys make your way out of the town hub, head to the north, and you guys go into the Restlands, right? Is that what you guys want to do?
You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Explain to me how you want to look through the Restlands.
Well, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna be constantly casting message for 2 Pervins in case he's being he's captured and he can't go anywhere, or he can't talk because of whatever thing. He can hopefully reply that way. And so if he's ever within 100 feet of me, he'll hear a message, and I'm just gonna call out to him like that. I'm gonna go around, probably check the false crypt and see if
Okay.
we can find him.
So you're maneuvering around the Restlands, going to the false crypt, going to every other crypt, and mentally shooting this message out to him. After quite some time, you have not received any reply whatsoever. You do see a lot of the graves have been dug up, popped up.
They've been dug up.
Well, they look like something probably burst forth.
out.
Yes.
More than 4 of them. I think we've only seen 4 zombies.
There's quite a few of them. I mean, from where you're standing, you would have to go and count each individual grave.
Do they? Are there any trails or tracks that lead anywhere from the graves?
The doctor wants to investigate the graves.
Yeah. As they're investigating the graves, I still have one more wild shape to do.
Oh, here we go.
So
Aardvark.
Try to sniff them out again.
no, I was gonna see if I could turn into a hawk and get a bird eye view
Okay.
and see.
Fuck yeah,
how many-
UAV.
Yeah, like a drone. Kind of see what I notice up from the air.
Okay.
I would have to find a bird stat, but let me just roll. It would be a 16 on the dice.
Okay. So as you start flying over the Restlands, tell me what's going to be your pattern over this place.
Can I just? I don't know how a bird would normally fly. Just kind of circle around,
I mean,
mainly
you're gonna
around.
just spiral out. You're going to take things in quadrants. What do you want to do?
Where are we at right now? Because we're investigating.
Tell us where you guys at.
Let's just say we're at the false crypt. That's
Okay.
that's the only recognizable thing I know personally as a player.
All right, we'll go from the false crypt and just spiral out.
Okay. As you start to spiral out, you look down and you notice that there are a few graves that are dug up sporadically all throughout the Restlands. But you don't see any bodies. You don't see any people at all. Nobody holding services graveside. You don't see anybody popping out. You don't see anybody going into any of the crypts.
No light sources.
Nope. And it's starting to get much, much darker at this point. That's probably closer to about almost 7 o'clock at this point. I mean, you guys have spent some quality time, and you still have not located Pervin.
And then, have we seen any trails from the, at least leading in any direction from the dug up graves? Like they're going in a particular way or anything like that?
No, because it looks like it's fairly packed dirt.
Okay.
In a sense, it's not all rolling forest lawn, green grass and stuff. It doesn't have that kind of foliage on the ground.
Gotcha.
Can I inspect the graves for maggots?
Sure. You want to look at the ones that were freshly dug up? Or,
Yeah, the
okay.
freshly ones that were dug up to try and see how old the graves were.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you want me to do for that?
Investigate.
14.
14. How many graves do you want to check?
Just one at a time.
Okay, the first one, you do not notice any. It's completely devoid.
And it's all hard, compacted earth, pretty much.
And whatever made its way out, dug its way out.
These look like old graves to me.
But why are there so many dug up?
And they're not like, there's not a pattern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're just sporadically
Yes.
dispersed through.
Yeah, like
the
one
whole-
over here, two over there, one over there, to the far north. You know,
Are there
just-
grave markers on each one of them?
They're just stones,
With anything on them, or?
just names. They don't really say specific dates.
Here lies Petunia. Grandmother, mother.
These people should really consider cremating.
Yeah. Or at least putting cement over the top of these things.
New
Should
parking
we
lot.
check
The Wrestlin's parking lot.
Should we check the names of the graves?
Oh, to try and find a pattern? I don't know if I want to make Brian make up like 30 different names, though.
Thank you.
It would be
Where's my
fun.
gold doubloon?
Well, if he's not around there, and we don't see...
I have to look at my DVD collection for that.
Just start pulling characters
Archer
up.
the first, the second, the third, season 3.
Ferguson. So we didn't see any fresh tracks leaving the Wrestlands. Didn't
Nope.
see any light source. So
The
pretty
one
much...
grave I checked was old.
Shit, man. I know Pervin. Fuck, dude. This is not good.
And he lost the dog. The dog's no longer around,
Yeah,
right?
the dog disappeared, then Pervin disappeared. And previously, before the dog disappeared, a bunch of animals died.
There's a serial killer afoot.
That's right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We just don't know his MO yet.
He
He
kills.
likes...
He kills.
I think his MO is killing people, but
There's got to be more to that. I mean, what are we going to call him? The letter killer?
Oh, no.
It's actually not bad.
That's
for
like
a
calling
serial
someone the
killer
Zodiac Killer. It's a fucking stupid ass name.
name. Hey, never found him.
I mean, every time he murders, a letter appears,
Yeah,
so...
it's true. It's true.
so what do you guys want to do in the Wrestlands?
I don't think I
The
have
doctor's
anything
pretty
else.
much done.
Yeah. This trail's gone cold.
I mean, I could do another flyby as we walk by.
It's a
walk
good
back,
time at
but
night. We could always go back to town and ask people if they've seen Pervin or know of his whereabouts.
I guess that's...
He might
yeah.
be at the Laughing Demon.
Because we have to be back at the Sulk Purse by midnight.
Everyone
so-
knows Pervin's an alcoholic.
Well, he
Those
ran
13-year-olds
messages.
can really tie one on.
I know. Well, that's what they did at recess back in your day, right?
That's
right.
right. Out
They go to-
smoking and drinking right from the bottle, yeah.
Yeah, we go to the soda fountain, or what do they call it down back in the day?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's go play jacks down at the soda fountain.
Pitching pitties in the alley out back.
I mean, we could start heading back towards town, and as we head back, I'll stay as a bird and circle around.
Okay, let's go to the Laughing Demon. Let's ask around.
What else would be open that late?
Nowhere. There's no reason to be open at this point in time.
As you guys make your way back into the town hub,
Was that you?
that was me again.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's
Well, since
going
you
on.
messed it up,
Are you
that'd be
okay?
another
What
one.
letter's the Laughing Demon?
I think it's
It's the
I thought it was
inside one
over here.
there.
Yeah,
C.
C. Wait. Was it B or C? Because
It's not B.
the blacksmith
Because
was
there's a
over
lot
there.
of B's.
B is the posting pole, and that's where like notices.
It's
are-
like the
are hung.
billboard.
Oh, okay.
C is the laughing demon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Laughing Demon.
Yep.
Okay, because I also
Oh,
thought
okay,
the
yeah,
blacksmith
okay.
was in that way, in that direction as well.
Oh, we should check to see if there's anything interesting on the posting board on our way there, right?
Yeah.
Is that where they normally put like a?
We do pass by
Help house?
2 of them on our way to the Laughing Demon.
Maybe we'll see Pervin's missing poster up there.
Okay. So as you pass by one of the posting poles, what do you guys want to do? Look at the poles.
Read whatever's.
Yeah, try
Do a
to see
quick
where-
scan on it. See if we find anything.
You see a couple posters of missing animals. Cat, dog, old river. Nothing about old Pervin.
Old Pervin.
Young,
Poor old Pervin.
old young pervert.
No one ever cared about Pervin. The poor
You see other
boy.
things about like, do we need another apothecary town hall meeting next Tuesday? And
Here's your chance, Doc.
I will take that one.
There it is.
might be in reference to you.
Might be.
Like, do we really need this other guy?
Oh, it's sarcastic.
I haven't done shit yet, so I'm still going to take it just in case.
Carrier messengers wanted.
Enrollment forms for anybody who has children that wish to enroll their children at the Unfurling Scroll for studies.
I take that, I crumple it up, and I throw it away.
But other than that, the pole's dry.
The bull's dry.
What else is dry?
Oh, gosh.
Let's go to the Laughing Demon.
You dry?
Yeah.
All right. Take a moment again.
Thanks.
Pass it around. Okay, so you guys continue to make your way on up to the Laughing Demon, right?
Correct.
You can already hear the commotion coming from inside. People trying to have a good time, trying to push the darkness away. At this point, Ravengro has become more of a sullen place. So it's any opportunity that people can get to try to lift up their spirits, they're doing whatever they can. As you open the doors, everybody go and make a perception check. Doc,
15.
tell us.
16.
21.
21. The three of you, the first thing you guys notice when you walk in is you see Sheriff Kaler in the back, and he's got 6 empty shot glasses in front of him.
Nickel shots.
And you see him
Kaler.
slowly raising his finger to try to get the waitress to come over and give him another one. Other than that, you see a lot of people around. You see some of the aides that were attached to the council members. They're in there almost like they're enjoying a break time. You just see various townspeople in there.
I try to flag down the waitress or the barkeep.
You see her walking by you with a platter on her hand. She's like, "You got to wait, sweetheart. We got all kinds of things going on right now. I don't have time to answer questions."
Are there any glasses on there that are full?
But these are all other people's glasses, sir.
I take 2 of them.
I'm already walking away going toward the sheriff.
And I'll leave like a gold coin or something.
She just puts the gold coin in her bosom, in her bodice. And you hear her mumble to one of the tables, "I'm sorry. The bartender spilt your drinks. We're going to have to get you another one, sweetheart."
I thank her, and then I go towards the sheriff, and I put down 1 drink in front of him, keep the other in front of myself.
I thought you were going to say you smack her on the tush.
All right. Pour one on her jubes.
That a girl.
Well, that's very kind of you, Talos. Thank you.
You could use a drink.
I could use a lot. I don't even know what to say anymore. You know, Gibbs, we were never close, but he never caused any problems until just a couple of weeks ago. And my cat's dead, and
R.I.P.
one of your own died recently, didn't he, Ermin?
Yeah, there's been a lot of
Who?
death here. He's
Oiled 1.0.
oh yeah, he's the slightly less muscular, slightly less oily Win.
He was the original holder of the Eagle Medallion.
Yeah.
And I heard that now we're starting to lose a lot of our people that have been here for some time. They're moving away from Ravengro, and Kendra just sold her house.
What?
As I'm sure you boys know, you are staying with her, right?
When did she sell the house?
Yeah, there's no force.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
It's going through escrow.
Yesterday.
Escrow.
She was
Well, escrow, you got 30 days to fuck that up.
Yeah, I got 30 days.
She was very relieved to be leaving Ravengro. I can't blame her. A lot of things have changed. A lot of people here, their minds have changed. Before, they would have never had a problem burying Professor Lorma. And now, look, he dies, and right away he's accused of being a necromancer. They refuse to bury him in the wrestlands. We've got the dead popping out of the ground. We've got animals dying. My own deputy dead. Jominda's now on her period. I don't know what else to do.
Damn it, Caleb.
And a good friend killed Gibbs.
What makes you say that, Doctor?
Based on what I ascertained from the crime scene.
You see, for just a moment, it almost looks as though he becomes instantly sobered.
Sit down, Doctor. Explain this to me.
As I sit down, since I have no facial expression I can give, I kind of look around.
Full body turn.
Yeah, pretty much full body. Point my doctor nose at the other turn, like.
How much pus leaks out as you do that?
No, the pus has seeped out by now. So as I sit down with Sheriff Kaler, I examine the body. Based on the marks on the prison bars, the defensive wounds he had, and how he was slit across the neck, a friend would have had to lure him close to the bars.
There were marks on the bars.
Yes, and the lock itself was not picked.
I'm sorry, my mind is still reeling from this. I must admit, I'm too close to the investigation. I'm playing catch up with what you boys know. Are you telling me that the cell was never opened, never unlocked at all?
From what we can tell, it was never unlocked.
Tell us, Sheriff. Does your deputy carry another set of keys? Like yours?
The dead one?
Well, I have two
You
other...
have two more, right?
Oh, yeah, he has two other.
They're currently holding the wake for Farouche.
Well, other than yourself, which...
There's
at this
only one
point-
more other set of keys.
And where will those sets be?
Well, I have had one set before I give it to you.
Which are still in my possession.
Correct. And the other one, Riff has.
Who?
Riff has the other set of keys. He's my second in command.
Who else would have access to the sheriff's office after hours?
Well, I only have the key to the main door. Nobody else. I don't suppose either of you checked to see if it had been picked or...
I don't even think we locked it when we left.
I said we should have locked it.
I know. And you know what I was thinking is earlier when we were talking about like having all the keys, is as we leave to check
'Cause
and
you
see
guys
if it was
didn't
the
lock
front
it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, we
we
never
never
locked it.
said we locked it.
Yeah, we never locked it.
Oh, well, excuse me, I'm gonna take this beer to go. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
No, but we never checked the front door or any of the other ones. But
Yep.
Look, Doctor, don't hold yourself. It's okay. Whatever was going to happen, I believe that they would have found a way to get to Gibbs, whether he was here or back at his shack.
that's not the point.
What is the point anymore? What is the point of this tap?
Who wanted Gibbs dead?
I'm sorry.
Ba.
Can I help you with something, sir? And as the three of you turn around, you see one of the council member aides behind you. He looks at the three of you and he says, I'm really sorry to be of disruption, but your presence is requested back at the town hall.
What?
What time is it now?
It's party time, Doc. Shit.
Michelada.
It's probably closer to 9 at this point.
Maybe we ask what this is for.
I just have to run the errand and tell you guys that the council members wish to see you.
Are you one of the town's errand boys?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just asking.
I'm just a notary. I was on my way home, and they asked if I could find you for, which I don't know where your other friend is at, but if you can get him, that would be great. But look,
Here's
I'm
one
just,
gold piece. You never saw us.
I'm fine with that. I'm just here to tell you that they requested your presence.
You never saw us. You looked around. You went home.
Thank you. That's fine by me. You see him take his gold piece, pocket it, and he abruptly leaves out the front door.
That's why you send stuff certified.
That's right. Nobody ever signed for this.
Nobody signed for this.
Well, I can't imagine what the council would want with you this late in the evening.
I assume it can't be good.
What else have you boys gotten into?
Nothing. As far as we can tell, we've been helping the town as much as we can.
We even tried to help with the search party for helping
We
to
helped
find
save
Fervent.
City Hall.
Pervin, you're looking in the wrong place. That boy's dead.
Where
You
you
hear this?
supposedly
You just hear this gasp, and you see Zokar behind the counter, because this is his establishment.
Oh my god, I totally forgot.
Oh yeah.
You! Get out of my fucking building now, you drunk sheriff piece of shit!
Whatever.
And he spills his drink on the table, and he gets up.
I paid half a gold piece for that drink.
And the doc gave what's his name some coding.
You see the sheriff abruptly starts leaving.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm gonna follow
He's
the
up
sheriff.
and running around.
Zokar comes up to the three of you and cuts you off, like between the sheriff and him, as the sheriff keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know something that happened to my son?
We don't know anything.
I would like to
Tell me.
ask more questions. Why are you stopping me?
That insensitive fuck was elected to his position to protect the people like my son. He's just an alcoholic who fraternizes with that Jominda bitch. If he had spent more time doing what he was elected to do, my son and his deputy and many other people would probably be alive today. Even that professor would be alive today.
Do you have any other information about the sheriff?
I doubt he would have stopped the boulder from falling.
I know nothing else about the sheriff. I could care less about him.
Well, to fill you in on what we've done, we've searched the north around the Westlands, but it got dark. There was no signs. A poor little Pervin.
As Alice is talking, I will push through and I want to follow the sheriff.
Okay. As you exit the establishment, you see the sheriff is on the porch. You see him light up a cigarette, pulls out a flask out of his coat, takes a couple hits off of it,
Jesus.
and then starts to walk down the street, the road, heading back towards the hub of town.
I'm going to walk along with the sheriff and try and talk to him.
Okay. Tell us, what are you guys doing?
I'm still talking to Zokar.
So, Zokar, do you know where your son would hang out? Anything that will help us maybe locate him?
He was a good boy. You know, he took great pride in running errands for people. He thought he was important to the point where people started to pay him because he just did it so kindly. And I never thought twice about how dangerous it could be. This day and age. I don't know where my son is at.
By any chance, do you know where his last messages might have been going to?
I don't know. He shuttled from places to places all the time. Other establishments ask him to hang notices on the posts all throughout town. There's one up by the council members' residence. There's one in the center of town. There's one up by the unfurling scroll. I'd have to look at the map to see where all the other ones were at. But between hanging notices, he would just run errands and love his dog.
What?
It's not that kind of podcast.
Doc, what are you doing? What are you going to ask the sheriff?
So as I catch up with the sheriff, Sheriff, I know you might be a little deep in your cups, but you exclaimed, pretty boldly that Pervin is dead.
How can it be any other thing? How can it be any other thing? The boy's been gone for over 24 hours.
I believe the same. I believe he's dead. But
So what are we looking for? A corpse? A corpse that has risen from the dead? What are we looking for? To kill the boy twice?
no, not that. But again, you're the sheriff of this town. I know Pervin has been a messenger boy for everybody, but is there any interaction he had that struck you kind of queerly?
The only thing I thought was odd about the boy was he was so excited about doing what he was expected to do, running these errands for everyone, that he did it all day and all night long. That to me is odd.
You never saw him rest.
Never. Well, I know he would go home and sleep, but I mean, he would be from sunup to sundown doing this. Him and his dog running everywhere. He came to me yesterday and told me that Old River had gone missing, and I couldn't help the boy. I was beside myself with everything else that had been going on, and I told him I would look into it and to hang something on the post. But outside of that, I regret that I didn't pay more attention to what he was saying at the time.
I will pat the sheriff on the back and give him a tonic of aspirin. Say, drink this in the morning.
I'll drink that right after I drink this. And he takes another stiff
That's why I said
pull.
just drink it in the morning. You're going to need it in the morning.
You see him swaggering his way down the road and disappears around the corner to the south, most likely towards Joe Minda's place.
Go bang on the door. And
Oh, he's going to bang on the door, all right. Front door, back door.
She ain't letting him up.
what's the name of Pervin's dog?
Old River.
Old River.
And what kind of dog was he?
Maybe like a Lady and the Tramp kind of tramp dog.
Cocker Spaniel.
Town dog.
Yeah, he's just some shitbrick dog that the boy eventually just adopted into its way of life.
Yeah, street dog.
So
Yeah.
after that interaction, I'll turn around and start making my way back to the Laughing Demon.
Okay. What are you two doing? Oust? Talos?
Your dog, has it ever gone missing before?
Well, he's not my dog. He's my son's dog.
Your son's dog, sorry. Old River, has he ever gone missing before?
You know, my son just claims the dog is his. Really, the dog is just a stray that follows my son around. My son gives him water, gives him food. The dog has a mind of its own, but he follows Pervin because he thinks that wherever Pervin stops, he's going to give him something to eat or drink. He's not really our dog. He's just been part of the town forever.
When was the last time you saw Pervin?
Yesterday,
Do you recall roughly a time?
late morning, early afternoon, somewhere in there, he was running around doing his errands, taking summons and notices to and fro, to and fro. I know at one point he had an appointment to go all the way up to the unfurling scroll, and then he also had an appointment to go towards the estates of the council members, and that's all I know.
The states of the council members?
We were covered.
Oh, where are those?
You're making the DM work.
Oh yeah.
No, I
sorry,
know
sorry.
where it's at. I just need to make sure it's in letter M.
M?
Yes.
Oh,
There's
it's down
several.
Oh,
There's
shit.
several homes that.
I see. I
there.
got
Oh,
encompass
M,
that.
yeah, M1, M3, M4.
All near the
Yeah, I think I see
Yeah.
4.
What's that?
all near the church.
Smell a conspiracy.
All right. Thank you. You've been a lot of help. We'll keep trying to find your son.
Thank you. Honestly, I don't know if I have the energy to keep going anymore. I feel like after I've lost my wife during childbirth and now I've lost my son, I feel as though I've lost everything. I feel like as though I'm in a cloud, a fog at this point. Any good news would be grateful.
Keep trying to push through. We'll see if we can find some.
We'll notify
And
you.
as
when
he
we find
finishes
something.
up, that little tyrant, Zokar!
Did you come back into the building?
Yes.
Kicking the door down.
Break his establishment down. Burn it to the ground.
How long has Old River been missing?
The day before yesterday, I suppose.
Has Old River ever ran away?
Well, as I was telling your two comrades here, he's not our dog. He's just the town's dog. My son he runs with my son because he feeds him sometimes and he gives him water sometimes, and
But he runs with them every day.
most days, yes.
How long has Old River been in town?
The dog's like 12 years old. It's been here ever since.
And he can keep up with your son?
Well, my son doesn't run to outrun the dog. He just trots around. But I remember he told me the other day, yesterday in fact, I don't even know what day it is anymore, that he hadn't seen Old River. And that struck me as odd. Because in most mornings, my son wakes up and Old River is right out in front of our house. Just lounging in the grass, waiting for Pervin to wake up and start his day. We did think that was odd.
Interesting.
I think I have a feeling I know where Old River's at.
Oh, ma'am, there's just one more
I don't
question.
know where he's at, but
Columbo over here.
I think I have a feeling I know where
Kojak.
Old River's at.
We should go check the statue.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for your time. Zokar. Is it Zokar? Zokan? What's
Zokar.
Zokar.
So as you guys leave the Laughing Demon, of course,
we should probably make our way toward the Silk Purse at this point.
Is it already midnight?
no, it's not that time yet.
Yeah.
It's only like, it's
10?
before 10 right now. It's
Okay.
be somewhere between 9
So we
and
have
10.
2 hours.
Yeah, I want to go to the statue if we have 2 hours.
As you guys start making your way towards the town hub, so you can move your way south, you notice that the lights are on in the town hall. The doors are open. You hear people talking within and stuff, and
Can we hear what they're saying?
you hear hammers swinging also.
What?
Oh, the place wasn't in a fire, so they must be doing some late night construction.
Hammer swinging?
Yeah, you hear banging of nails and
Like rebuilding.
Either that or making posters for.
you
Yeah,
do notice
Urban.
that the windows that were blown out originally by those flaming skulls have been replaced.
Oh, okay.
Replace or boarded?
Replaced.
Replaced.
We're working fast.
Damn, they're quick.
Round the clock, dog.
You should have been finding young Pervin then.
Priorities, man.
cares about
Priorities.
Yeah, exactly.
The building comes first,
Yeah, no
Then-
one cares about a lost boy.
then the children.
All right, I will break off and start wandering toward City Hall.
Okay. So you go towards the town hall. What are you guys going to do?
Let's
You guys
go.
going to keep going south?
What do you want to do?
I don't want to split the party.
All right.
We was-
Sure.
Yeah.
Working all night, man. Split that fucking party all day long.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the town
Cautiously
hall.
walking into the town hall.
Yep.
Town hall?
Yep.
Stand by the door, by the way.
As you enter the town hall, you can tell that most of the damage from the previous night has already been repaired.
God, it's only been 24 hours.
Yep.
huh?
You see that there are two carpenters that
What
are
a
finishing.
busy life.
Two carpenters that are finishing the repairs on several of the burned out floorboards and whatnot.
Since when do contractors finish the job?
On the stage at the
Yeah,
back.
I'm one. Change order.
On the stage at the back of the hall, you see standing in front of the shelves that hold the town's tomes. You see Vashian Hearthmount and Myrta Straylock. They're engaged in a conversation. And standing beside them are Lorman and Kess. Without waiting for the men to finish, Vashian looks down and sees you guys and says,
Look who it is. It's our saviors. Again, the council members, and I thank you for your assistance last night in saving the town hall. And Doctor, have the books you and the oiled ward of yours requisitioned been of much use?
They've been of some, but we need to study them further.
Well, I'm sure each of you have seen that something unusual has been going on in this town.
Very much so.
We've seen these blood letters on the monument continuously finding their way there. As we explained yesterday, we need these haunts to stop. We need your help. Can we count on you? I believe that we've already kowtowed to you, Doctor.
Yes. In a small way. I mean, at least now I can practice in the city.
All I can say is we need to find where these haunts derive from and stop them at their source. Do you have any idea what your group's next course of action will be?
We have many, but
I'm surprised we haven't put guards by the statue.
They did.
Yeah, that's why that guy whistled
yeah.
and died.
it's like from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
They keep assaulting people. Why don't you put park rangers? Who do you think they're assaulting?
Well, they should have more than a distress whistle.
But anyway, we've been doing our best to help. But
There's a lot of ground to cover.
there's a lot of issues in this town that we're trying to help with.
Well, I don't want to tell you how to do your business, but have you considered the Hairstone prison, perhaps?
We've done some minimal research on it.
Well, you might want to consider putting that as one of your next stops in the near future. I mean, Ravengro is your home now, too, is it not, Doctor? You have a business to operate here now, too, Doctor.
I wouldn't say so much as a home that I have a city business license.
But you do have a vested interest in Ravengro, yes?
Yes, I don't want the town turning against me, that's for sure.
You see, Myrta puts a hand on Vashian's arm and says, Now, Vashian, be at ease with our guests. Get your hand off me. I implore you to consider all other venues. Yes, I'm sure they will, Vashian. But they'll do it at the proper pace.
Speaking of doing things in proper pace.
Oh boy.
Doing things in proper.
You're just
Pace.
gonna get
Oh my god.
fucking.
I'm doing it again.
Do
I know.
it. Let's go. Third time.
Anyways.
Third time.
Speaking of doing things in proper place.
pace.
Pace. Whatever. Who's
What
eating
the
pace? Whatever.
See, you could be a Hollywood actor too. That's what
I
they have
know.
to do every day.
Oh my god.
And on 3. That's good. Speaking of doing things on proper pace, who's running the escrow for the professor's house? We just got word that it's going for sale.
Well, from what we are able to understand, it's no longer the professor's house. It is Kendra's house. She's already processed all the paperwork through the council.
We got word that she did have a bidder, but we were curious of who might that be. By any chance, would we be able to find some kind of records through...
Look, Ravengro is a very small town. We don't do things like they do in the big city, in Lepidstad. Somebody wants to sell their house to somebody, there's no big deal behind it. They just sell the house. If they want to abandon their house, they just abandon their house. After 6 months, it gets assimilated back into the town, and somebody else can move in.
God bless this place. No HOAs.
There's nothing like that. Everybody pitches in, everybody leaves and comes and goes when they want. If she has a bio, it's not our business. All she has to do is notify us of the change of title once a sale goes through, so we know who to welcome into the community.
Send the water and electric bill too, yeah. There's got to be a way to find out beforehand.
You could ask Kendra.
No, we have.
Might have
There's
to
a
seduce
lot
her.
on our plates. We got to figure out.
This fucking adventure path, there's always like 5 fucking things. you
I
wanna
know.
do.
I
But there's
know.
motive to this. Like,
I don't even know what's the main quest anymore and what's.
I think the DM just told us what the main quest
Yeah.
was.
Well, yeah, the prison.
I told you guys I'd put you back on point.
Yeah, I know. It's as soon as you said Harrison Prison, I was like, I haven't heard of that place, but it's clearly we should be going
that's
there.
where she, yeah. Should be investigating.
Well,
the
heaven
professors.
forbid we forget the name of book 1. Haunting of Harrowstone.
I just didn't know the prison.
What's up, Doc?
Well, I was gonna say, where should we go now? We were requested to go to the Silk Purse, based on the note Oust found.
I think if we go to Harrowstone Prison, we don't go earlier than tomorrow.
But should we just shrug off going to the Silk Purse?
I'm so down for shrugging off. I'm not giving that stone back.
Maybe we should go back and rest. Get Irwin back, and then we'll go to the prison.
I say we step by the purse. I want to hear them out.
Now, you know that they're both on the stage with these two guys,
Yeah,
right?
they've seen us.
They know we're around, but
What languages do you
being
guys
cordial.
speak?
I got a list.
Does
here.
anyone speak Elvish?
We're two of us are elves.
yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a half elf too. So would they understand us if we all spoke Elvish?
I'm just saying.
Now, there's also other dialects that are
Yeah.
part of this AP.
Do you speak Sylvan?
I don't know what that is, so I'm going to say no.
Sylvan's it is like the language of the Feywild.
I have to get back to you on that.
No, I just speak Elvish. So I
Okay.
don't know what the town is like, but something like this, when we're arguing, we could all talk in Elvish and.
In our own
Yeah.
tongue. Then everyone's going to look at us and be like,
These fucking elves.
this is Ravengro. Speak Ravenin.
Speak
Grow.
Speak Grow.
Speak English, damn it! It's the international language.
So what do you guys want to do? You guys going to blow off the Silk Purse?
I don't think
You
we
guys-
should. I say we go.
I don't think we should either. I'm not looking forward to it.
Let's just get it over with.
I strongly disagree on going, but I'm going to go anyways.
You should split the party, man.
Just
No,
kill them.
yeah.
Just kill them now.
There's too many witnesses, Talos.
Well, before you go, Doctor, if there's anything else you would like to check out of the books here.
Do you have books about the prison? If we haven't taken them already.
We've taken some books about the prison, but I will check the shelves. And yeah, you both seem intelligent enough. Let's look through and see if any books pique our interest.
Fuck.
We got to go through the library now.
Maybe
No,
we should
sorry.
just made them say 30 names.
Okay, you see that there are all the books really pertain to, and I think I mentioned this last time, is that they pertain to Harrowstone and the guards and the prisoners that were there during the times of its operation. And smaller books that have to deal with like the town, when it was formed, why it was formed.
Should we? We have one more investigation.
Yeah,
left.
no, I got 4 books so far. If you want me
We
to
haven't
read
done
off
one
what we
today,
got.
technically, right?
No, it's okay.
Have we done one today?
I don't think we have, because...
You guys did one in the morning.
Oh, we did one in the
we
morning.
did do one.
You
in
can
the
do
morning.
one, but we can't help you.
Yeah.
I say you just do it, dude.
And that would be for the books, or...
Now, do you want to study the prisoners or Harrowstone itself?
Prisoners. Something to do with anything to do with the prison, man. Prisoner's probably best.
Because
I mean, the general layout or
I
the
learned-
history of it was...
I
What'd
learned
you get out of the
generally
books?
about the prison.
Okay, if you got it that, then...
But what I haven't learned is the prison records, the as-built for the prison itself,
I think you
or
do
the
prisoners.
town history.
I think you do prisoners. If we've got some basic information.
yeah,
on
if you got the
prison.
basic layout of it, then I'll do prisoner information.
Yeah.
Try to spread the ground.
Because all I learned for Harrowstone was in 4661, it was destroyed. Everyone thinks it's haunted, and when it was destroyed by a fire.
There's not much on there.
Wait, everyone thinks it's hot. Oh.
Yes, the town thinks it's haunted.
All right. Well, that's going to be pretty important.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Oust. Let me know if you find the name Splatterman in there anywhere.
And add +2 to that.
Do you have a blue?
I think I'm going to have to use it. Yeah, I'm going to have to cash that one in.
Okay, I'll take that doubloon from you, tough guy.
Oh my gosh, that's not better. 10. That's 11.
11.
Can the doctor attempt to help him out?
Now, you already helped
Here
Talos
we go.
out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm done for the day.
I'll tell you what. Break out that D20. Let you and I roll off. If you beat me, you could help him.
Oh, shit.
Was that 19?
Yep.
it is.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
Dude, the only way to have beat him is to give away your dice to a listener.
Okay, so with 11, now, did you guys study the prisoners last time or no?
I don't think we did.
No, not the prisoners, just the general layout of...
From the 4 books, because it was me and Irwin studied it. Mm-hmm. All we found out was we learned about the prison, Leonard was destroyed by a fire in 4661, and everyone thinks it's haunted.
Okay.
To broad stroke it.
So, Oust, this is what you're able to glean from the book. Now, you guys are spending time, and I should tell you, as you guys are poring over this book, you're watching Oust go over it, you notice that Lorman and Kess get down off the stage. They look at you and wave
Friendly?
slyly, and then they walk out the front door.
Okay.
Come on.
That's not good.
So, Oust, after it's getting close to midnight at this point, you close the book, exhausted, and this is what you're able to ascertain. Originally, Harrowstone housed only local criminals, but as the prison's fame spread, other countries and distant lands began paying to have more dangerous criminals housed within the prison walls. At the time of the Great Harrowstone Fire, the number of particularly violent or dangerous criminals imprisoned within the dangerous dungeon below was at an all-time high.
So it's kind of like,
America?
oh,
But with a dungeon.
No.
I was thinking of more, what was Batman's
American
jail?
Me? What?
Arkham Asylum?
Yeah,
Asylum.
Arkham.
Or even better, the one he escaped from was the Turkish prison or whatever he was in.
Who, El
Oh,
Chapo?
and the third one?
Yeah,
Nailed.
where you had to climb out of it. That,
Yeah, the well.
That Bane grew up in and
Yeah.
escaped from.
Oh, yeah.
Batman doesn't fight in the day. That's crazy. Okay, so that's
Pussy.
when you're able to. Criminals are a superstitious lot.
Yeah.
That's why it takes their shit out at night.
That's why we almost got a Bandit Moon coming up.
Ooh. Trash Bandit.
Those are pandas.
Them too. Now you come back alive. What
I
the
know,
hell
it
happened
took
to
me-
you?
It's
We don't know.
raccoons.
Oh, raccoons. They look like pandas.
So that's what you're able to glean from this, that the Harrowstone prison was at its all-time capacity, just filled with these violent criminals at the time when the fire was set off.
All right, so I'll relay that to everyone in our party, minus Erwin because he's napping,
Snapping.
Meditating.
meditating. Be like, yeah, it's
Quick 8-hour meditation.
local jail they've turned into Alcatraz. All the dangerous thugs were sent there. Mafiosos.
Fiosis.
As you notice, at this point, the town hall is basically getting dark.
Yeah.
Everybody's leaving. The council members have already left. There's like one assistant that's just waiting for you guys so he can lock this place up.
All right, let's go. Soak first, boys.
It's like the cleaning lady. She's like, come on, get.
So you guys approach the silk purse.
I'm gonna go in first, I guess.
As Talos tries to go in, I'm going to stop him. We can't give him back the stone.
I don't even have the stone on me.
You don't.
Yeah, that's what.
You don't even have Alos with you. What the fuck's that bird's name again?
Otto.
Otto.
Where'd he go?
You sent him out to
He's doing owl things, man.
I told him to come back.
Oh, well.
He's probably just waking up if
Yeah,
it's
he
nighttime.
might be above you, for all you know. Eating field mice.
Yeah.
Or pervins.
Perfect.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do to the door?
Walk in at that point. I mean,
Open
I
it
said
up.
what I
Going
had
in
to say.
first.
I will.
I say Talos. I'll
I'm
go
going
in
first.
after him.
There's one table in the middle of the room that has a candle that's burning.
Spooky.
The place has been cleaned up since your last altercation. You can look and you can see that the glass counters that housed all the merchandise before still there, still stuff inside with the exception of one stone and one ring. And you see Lorman and Kess behind the counters, and they look at you and they say,
Well, we didn't think you were going to come.
"No, we didn't, did we?"
Are they seated at the table?
They're not at a table, they're just standing behind the counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like towards the back wall, like last time.
Yeah, exactly. I could flip it over, but I don't want to show you the map that's under this map right now.
That's fine.
So we hear that the town's council has asked that you look into the Harrowstone prison.
Yes, that's
You heard
correct.
right.
Oh, word travels fast.
We were standing there.
Are you going to consider going?
Perhaps.
You know, Zeke, God's rest his soul, and his men watched you and your boys come out of the crypt in the Westlands, and bring something out with you. He watched you play with that spirit board. We would like that spirit board. And in return, keep the stone, keep the ring, keep the money. But we would like the brass plachette and the spirit board.
Is there a particular reason?
We believe it is got a high coin value. And we could let bygones be bygones.
Yes, they could be behind us. We don't mean to make enemies. We're businessmen. And I understand that the doctor here is a businessman to Ravengro as well.
Yes, he's a businessman as well. And I think that we could move beyond the misunderstanding yesterday
Well, what's the coin value?
of the,
Spirit board.
well, the spirit board's worthless. It's just a board.
The spirit board and
It's the brass plachette that is worth something to us.
what is that worth to you?
I actually have this written down.
Okay.
He's gonna do a bunch of math.
I gotta find
He's gonna do the math, but real quick,
Like 500 gold
our
pieces.
like the way we've been communicating, like
We
it's
don't need
telepathic.
It's through me. It's a spell.
It's a spell. Okay.
So I have to initiate.
I was gonna say, so we could. I didn't know if
But
it
I
was
don't
an
think
elf
we
thing.
need the piece to use the board.
We do
We do.
because
It's probably
we-
the most important part.
Yeah, that's what actually carries the message across the board. Is just so it could write it down. I think we could actually make a board and still. I mean, essentially,
Yeah.
it's the other piece that probably carries through as the beacon.
Yeah.
It's worth 100 gold pieces.
Not a very good trade for you.
We'd be willing to pay 300. And you can keep the coin you already have.
I still think we need it.
I do too.
Well, there's only one answer. We have to murder both of them.
Not only that, but I'll kind of nudge Talus. Do you need the stone?
I don't even have the stone on me.
I know, but do you need it?
Not particularly, no.
What is your answer, my friend?
You get nothing.
Well, then it looks like it's going to be a very hard haul when you get into the Harrowstone prison next session.
Bring it, bitch. We're not afraid of you.
Well, you say that.
Oh, and one final thing. Don't forget, some lucky listener out there is going to get that D20.
Yeah.
Tag us and tweet us.
Tag it and bag it.
Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeart Radio. And if you like what you're hearing, please leave us that 5-star review. You could also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com. And be sure to check out the galleries. We got a lot of really interesting stuff posted there. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. There are ways for you to help out the show and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass full as you roll those hard 20s.
He would just run errands and love his dog.
What?
It's not that kind of podcast.